Recently did a light painting session with Evan for the Ottawa Photography Meetup group, and I've been playing with AI a lot, and I was just curious to see if AI could help fix some of these issues that we have with the patterns being overlaid with things that are in the background. So over here, for instance, we see the that the chains in the back of the studio are showing up, and I guess there's a little bit of tape that's over here, and then I noticed over here somewhere there was, part of the backdrops was also showing through the pattern. So these are just little sort of defects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer, Control-Shift-N, and this is just fixing up some of the patterns, we hope. And what I'll do is I'll have the remove tool, which is in different places, but it's right here. And I'm going to say sample all layers, and I'm going to say remove after each stroke. I'm going to leave that off so that I can draw several patterns at the same time. So I'm going to make this brush a little bit smaller, and I'm just going to do a little dab here, and then I'm going to hold shift, and I'm going to come all the way out here. So I've got that section done, and I'll make the brush a little bit bigger. And I'll come and I'll just do this little bit here, and I'll end there, and I'll do shift click right there. So let's just do those two for now, and let's just hit enter and let it do its magic. And that's not too bad. I have a little bit of a blemish here that's not quite right. Let's see if I can fix that. See if it will pick up the pattern and reintroduce it properly. And I think it's done. I hit the click. It's not too bad. Okay, let's see over here what we have. So this is a little trickier. Make this a little bit bigger. And do that. And click here. Shift click down to here. I'll just do this little bit here. Click. Shift click. And let's do that for now. Hit OK. Let it do its magic. Not too bad. I mean, it's not getting the pattern perfectly, but it's certainly a lot better than we might be able to do without the AI. I'm just going to come down here. There's some sort of a blemish or something there. I don't know what that is. I'll hit that and hit OK, and that fixed that. Anything else I want to fix? That's not too bad. Okay, so there's still some irregularities. Let's just see if I can get a little fussy here. Do that and shift click. It did that one as well. So there's some sort of shadow or something here, probably the chain shadow. And all right, so just go back out. Oh, I've got some more stuff over here. I didn't notice that before. I don't know exactly what that is, but and that's pretty good. Oh, there's something that interfered there and there. Hit OK. It's doing a pretty good job of filling in the pattern. All right, so that's the remove tool, and I don't think I would be successful doing a big area of removal. It's just not very good at doing that. So let's go before and after here. So I'm just taking it off, and if you look over here, you can see sort of a little bit embellished. And if you look down over here, again, embellished. So let's go the next route, Control Shift. Actually, I don't need to do that. I'll just do Control Shift Alt. Sorry, what is this? It's Control Alt Shift E. It's a snapshot of everything below it. And I'm going to take the loop tool, and I'm just going to grab this corner here. And let's just do a generative fill and just say, generate me a new corner, because I'm not too happy with that corner, and see what it does. So this will give me 3 different variations of the pattern. Okay, that one's not bad, and that's pretty good too. So I'm now using generative fill to create part of the pattern that wasn't actually there. I mean, a purist would be able to actually look at this over here and say, this doesn't quite look right. It doesn't follow the same pattern as everything else, but it's got that same kind of look and feel, as it were. Let's pick this up over here and do a generative fill for that and see what it does. Depending on the time of day. Oh, that's pretty cool. And that one's not bad. Wow, I gotta zoom in because these look really, really close. Pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3. I think I'll go with pattern 2. So that's actually a pretty good setup for using AI, just reflecting all these patterns. So this is where we started, and this is where we ended up. So I mean, it's not a huge difference, but it's a lot of cleanup in very kind of minute areas. This looks a little funny over here. Let's see if I can regenerate that portion as well. Now I'm really fussing at the edges here because, I mean, these pictures are normally unpredictable. You can't quite draw the patterns with perfection. And no doubt a lot of people will call this cheating, but it's just an experiment to see just how far AI can replicate patterns. Oops, I should remove this. Now that's not bad. And let me try the next version. Now, I like the first one better. Okay, so each of these patterns takes up space, so I'm just going to take this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I'm just going to collapse them, Control E. And so that'll save a lot of space. And I'm going to call this one a day and say, it looks pretty good.